All right, get ready, because today we're going deep on a story. One that's hilarious, inspiring, maybe a little bit of both. The rise of dude wipes. You've probably seen in those bold ads. But this deep dive, we're going behind the scenes, behind their whole Shark Tank thing.
It's pretty wild, right? They go on Shark Tank back in 2015 asking for, what was it, $300,000 investment for 10% of the company.
So it was a $3 million valuation at the time.
Exactly. But here's the kicker. Flash forward to today, and they're estimated to be worth, wait for it, $300 million.
No way. That's got to be what, like a 100x increase?
You got it. It's like turning a dollar into a Benjamin. Talk about growth.
So how do three college buddies go from like selling wipes out of their trunks to building a whole bathroom empire?
It all starts with a simple problem, right? One that most people probably don't even think about. They realized no one was making wipes specifically for men.
Yeah, like it sounds kind of silly, but it's true. Regular toilet paper just wasn't cutting it.
Bingo. They tapped into this unmet need, this pain point.
It's like finding your niche and just owning it.
Totally. And they didn't just make a product, they built a whole brand around it.
Oh yeah, their Shark Tank pitch. Season 7, Episode 4. You got to picture this. Three guys walk in, and they don't have some slick presentation. They've got this giant inflatable toilet.
Bold move.
Yep.
And then the pitch itself, just as bold. They look right at the sharks and say, "Sharks, are you still wiping the old-fashioned way? Just toilet paper. If so, you're a chump. And your ass probably hates you."
I bet those sharks were not expecting that.
Not at all. They use humor, maybe even a little shock value to get their point across.
It was brilliant, though, right? Not just a gimmick, a whole branding strategy.
Absolutely. That humor, it wasn't just for laughs, it was strategic. Think about the other toilet paper brands. Their marketing is, what, stale? Crusty?
Totally.
Dude wipes just blew up the category. That irreverent, relatable approach, it worked.
They totally flipped the script on what it meant to be a hygiene brand, right? Like,
Yep.
Hey, everyone poops. Let's not take ourselves too seriously.
You got it. They embraced the humor, were unapologetically themselves, and they created this brand that felt authentic, approachable, and guess what? It worked. Multiple sharks were interested.
But it was Mark Cuban who bit, right?
He saw the potential, the dudes, and their wipes.
Cuban's not one to shy away from a bold investment. What was it about them that he saw?
Well, for one, they were already killing it. $300,000 in sales in 4,500 stores, and that's before Shark Tank.
Wow, so they weren't just some guys with a funny idea. They had the numbers to back it up.
Oh, yeah. They knew their market. They were already making moves. And then Cuban, he drops this line during the episode, perfectly sums up their customer.
Yeah.
"I haven't had my husband step foot in a toilet paper aisle since I married him."
Truth. It's us ladies making those household purchases a lot of the time. Dude wipes clearly clicked with that demographic.
Exactly. Cuban saw past the jokes. He saw a household name in the making, offered them the $300,000 they wanted, but instead of the 10% equity, he wanted 25%.
Whoa, that's a big chunk of their company. Did they take it?
They did. Tough decision. But they saw what Cuban brought to the table. And it wasn't just about the money. His expertise, his network, that mentorship, it was priceless, especially in those early days when they were growing so fast. Cuban helped them scale up their production, figure out the whole retail game, just make smart decisions, and, well, look where they ended up.
Yeah, it's one thing to have a cool product, but it's a whole other thing to build a business, a multi-million-dollar one at that. So how did Dude Wipes use that Shark Tank spotlight, really leverage it?
They were smart, really smart. Didn't just sit around waiting for orders. They went all out. These hilarious marketing campaigns, all tied back to their Shark Tank moment. Social media, memes, trends, even pop culture stuff, they were all over it.
You got to stay relevant these days, right? Keep your brand out there. Any big marketing wins that stand out?
Oh, absolutely. Remember when Chris Long, the NFL player, gave them a shout out online? He got this package of dude wipes and he's raving about them on social media.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Boom! A huge spike in orders. The
Yeah.
power of influencers, right?
For sure. When someone your audience trusts gives a genuine recommendation, it makes a difference. But they didn't just rely on marketing, did they? Expanded their product line too, right?
Exactly. Dude Wipes knew that to stay in the game, wipes alone wouldn't cut it. So they launched Dude Powder, Dude Shower Wipes, even Dude Deodorant.
So like a whole dude bathroom routine.
You got it. Meet more of their customers' needs, tap into new parts of that male hygiene market, stay true to the brand, but offer a wider range, stuff guys actually want.
And their marketing, so clever. I mean, even for deodorant, not exactly the most exciting product. Their ads were funny, relatable, they stood out. Not your typical hygiene commercial.
Differentiation, classic example. They knew to stand out, they had to be bold and memorable. Willingness to say boop and butt in their ads, something the big brands would never do. And it worked. They became the #2 wipes brand in the U.S.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
Beating out some of those big names like Cottonelle, that's not easy. But it wasn't always easy, right? I mean, they hit some bumps along the way.
Of course, one of the biggest.
Yeah.
Those environmental concerns about flushable wipes. Some of them don't break down properly, clog up sewer systems. It's a legitimate worry.
Tough situation when your main product is flushable wipes. How'd they handle that?
They took it seriously, gotta give them credit for that. Developed more eco-friendly wipes, started campaigns to educate people about proper disposal.
So they were aware of changing preferences and they were proactive about the sustainability issue.
Exactly. And then, out of nowhere, the COVID-19 pandemic hits. Remember what happened.
The great toilet paper shortage of 2020, everyone was scrambling for alternatives.
And dude wipes. Ready. They ramped up production, met that skyrocketing demand, and just like that, they solidified their spot even more.
Turning a crisis into an opportunity, impressive. What happened when the toilet paper came back? Did everyone go back to their old ways?
Nope. Get this. 75% of those first-time buyers, the ones who tried dude wipes during the shortage, they stuck with wet wipes even after the toilet paper was back.
So they won over a whole new batch of customers. That says a lot about their product and their ability to create loyal fans.
It really does. Their whole story just highlights how important it is to be agile, to adapt. They saw an opportunity and they adjusted, met the needs of the moment.
It's kind of wild how they rode that wave, that whole toilet paper shortage thing. Solidified their place in the market. Pretty amazing.
It really is. You know, their story, starting in those trunks, ending up a $300 million company, it proves something, doesn't it? Find a need, build a brand, don't be afraid to be different.
And they did it all with a smile, a good laugh, and a real connection with their audience. So for everyone listening, what's the big takeaway here? What can you learn from Dude Wipes, even if, you're not in the wipe business?
They get it, They understood their customer, and they weren't afraid to shake things up a bit. Took something, well, some might say boring, maybe even taboo, turned it into a huge success. It makes you think, what problems are out there in your world? The ones people don't even realize they have, that you could solve in a way that's, well, memorable.
That's a good question, right? We get so used to doing things a certain way, but Dude Wipes, they remind us there's always room to innovate, disrupt things, even in the most unexpected places.
Exactly. Find those unmet needs, those little pain points, and then have the guts to create a solution, one that works and is engaging.
I mean, Dude Wipes proved that a simple idea, the right passion, authenticity, and a little bit of humor can go a long way. 3 guys, a dream, now a household name. Pretty inspiring, if you ask me.
It is. So next time you're stuck with a problem, no matter how small, ask yourself, what would Dude Wipes do? You might surprise yourself with the answer.
That's some good advice to end on. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. See you next time.